We're getting into things today, guys. I do have new t-shirts and hoodies on the website for pre-order. They should be coming in this week. If you want to, click the link above or go to purefunction.net and buy yours today. Thank you guys for your support. Let's get into the video. All right, so I know this is a little bit scattered here, guys. I'm going to try and stay together. I need to have MVP for the foam for that yet, but I was just sitting out here trying to do some other stuff that's more fun. I don't really like doing this part. It's not fun. I like doing engine stuff, but just cleaning things up. I was actually working on the AC pump. This was brand new, but it got oil and dirt on it because I'll show you guys here. Something let loose. I got to pull the front of the engine apart here. I got to put cam gears on it anyways, but something really let loose. So I cleaned this up. This was going to have powder coated, but I'm like, yeah, it's going to stand out black then. So I had these titanium bolts left over. I think this is actually from my buddy JT when he had Bear Boost, but they don't do that anymore. So I found these and repurposed them here. Fit in perfect because this uses a 10 millimeter head, but it's like an M8 by 1.25. So that's like an unusual fit, but it worked well for the intake manifold. And then I had these dress up bolts that are here and here that work out perfect. These use like a little screw head from the factory. And I'm like, well, I've got these. I think these are M5 by 1.0. And it worked out perfect for here and right here. And I just painted those brackets, which is some black spray paint I had laying around. Other thing I was looking at, I was like, man, I was going to order new bolts. Excuse my janky handwriting here, but I was like, let's get some new bolts here. And I forgot I've got this case here that had OEM bolts in it, and I must have ordered them at one time because there's the 2 bolts I needed. So works out well. Here's the part number for the one. You need 2 of those, which is these guys here. These are the 2 that go on the front, and then the 2 on the side are slightly longer, but I must have lost the part number for it. Why the ones are black and other ones aren't, I don't know, but these are the OM bolts. They do have a shoulder on them too. I guess it helps align it. So I'm just going to put that in the baggie and attach it to it because that's what I needed to bolt back on. And I was going to shave this off, but I'm like, screw it. I'll just leave it for now. Maybe I need it for something else down the road. I'm going to clean out because it looks like I got oil in it. But yeah, I wish this didn't just color like that, but it is what it is. And I was trying to get these out and put titanium in there, but you could see I had vice grips on it, had it on the engine, and it was not coming out. I was like, I'm not trying to snap these off in it. You can't really see it, so it's one of those things, Ryan, just leave it be. I'll put a titanium nut on it at least to make it look pretty. And of course, we got the Powerhouse Racing here. The cover on it, I love that look. And I just put a new pump on it because why not? So these are going into the bin of hold on to OEM bolts, and these are going on a baggie or in a baggie to go in, or to use to go and put this on when that time comes. I'm also right now that I figured out the bolts and I decided like start pulling out all these clips and stuff. These little ones here come brand new in the new door sills. These here, these white ones right here, actually I think I have these guys here. This, which is from an aftermarket company. I was trying to find as many as I can that I didn't have to buy from OEM because it's cheaper. These go in to hold the plastic door sills on. I don't know where they're at right now. And then these guys here, what I need to find the most of. These go to the plastics there, and I don't believe it comes with it. I'll have to check in the basement. I don't believe it comes with new ones. And it has these little rubber pieces on it. So I have to see if I can get those from Toyota because I need a ton of those because all the lower plastics require it. And I'm pretty sure I got most of it. The other thing I got to pull out yet, I'm getting tired here today. I got to pull these out here, which are specific to those like little square clips that go here, and there's one here, and there's a alignment one there, and then bolts underneath. Again, these pieces here just popped in, and then there's 2 pop ones right here. So this just pops in here and here. I think that got bent out, honestly. I don't think it's supposed to be like that. Yeah, I think that got bent out. So I need to pull this off, and then that allows me to pull these off, which then exposes these little guys, which I need to buy those too. So I'm trying to document all this stuff so I know what I need to buy when I come back to put this all back together, because I didn't do a good job when I did her car. And I got most of the ones off underneath. I got to pull the stickers off on this, pull these out, put this in a bag. Same with these. Pull these all out, pull the locks out, pull these bolts out. Yeah, there's a lot more to this than I remembered. This is not fun at all. All right, guys. So what I was doing today and trying to figure this out is get the car or the engine set up so I can use electric power steering. One thing you'll need though, especially if you keep AC, if you don't have AC, this isn't a problem, but if you're keeping your AC like I am, you're going to need another idler. You're going to need something there to keep it from the belts actually touching over here. Someone makes a bracket that puts it right back to where the power steering was, but that kind of defeats the whole purpose of my eyes. I'm like, I want that space open. If you put that belt back there, I'm like, well, this kind of sucks. Like, kind of defeating the whole purpose. Besides freeing up room, it does get rid of fluid, the pump and that stuff, but I'm like, I want to get as much out of this as possible. It was Pedro I saw like a couple years, 4 or 5 years ago maybe, when he did the Granis rack, he had someone modify his, like, oh, you pay this guy, he does it. Then I saw that my buddy Alex had done. He's like, dude, just drill it out and you need this size pulley. So he helped me out figure out what the pulley is. He's like, I'm not sure which it is, but this is the size you need. I'm like, cool. And then he's going to get me the belt here too. So big shout out to you, Alex at Absolute Driven Performance. Check him out. He works pretty much only on Supers. SE300's there too, but pretty much he's a Mark IV shop, which is pretty awesome. But what I did is got this pulley here, which is this part number here from Advanced Auto. So there you go. It's this Litton's. I'm not sure what this even fits, but that's the part. I just told them I need a size, and this is what fit it perfect. Now from here, you're going to need a flat washer and something like this, a bolt to go through. I used an M10 bolt. But to really get it so it sits in there perfectly, you need something like that, right? A little piece. This helps that it's flanged or whatever to keep the bolt so it's not moving around, or you need a massive bolt to fit in there. So this here comes to this part number here from Napa. So for this piece, let me move this out. For this piece right here, you need this part number. Okay, this is something from Napa, and I called them, actually had it in stock. So you just need one, place it on this side. Now that aligns your bolt. So that's what it aligns with. Now you need to drill and tap this out. It is solid the whole way through, you can see there. So you don't have to worry about it. I drilled it out with an 11 32nd bolt and then used a M10 by 1.25 thread in this, and then just got a bolt here. Now the bolt is not long enough. I think I need a 35 millimeter long bolt for this to work, but then you just screw it in then, like so. All right. And then that's all you need. Now, I shouldn't say that. Then after that, I did stack washers for now until I get something made, because you're gonna need something on the other side to keep it from rubbing. So I stacked washers like that. Put the bolt through it here real quick. Something like this. There we go. Spin, 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 spin. And I did tap that slightly off angle, which doesn't rub, but it's still slightly off angle, but that's it. So that gives you your belt setup then that you'll need for this to work. So again, this will bolt right to the front of the engine right here. I got the bolts back in it right now, but it'll bolt like that. All right. So that gives you the ability to not have anything here besides your AC pump down below. But yeah, that's pretty trick. I forget who came up with it. I just saw Pedro and he said he paid someone to do it. So thank you to Alex. And I wanted to share this information now that I know like a part number you guys can use for both the bearing and the actual idler itself. So if we ever have to redo this, we know what we need to get. Makes life easy. I think the bearing and stuff was like 20 bucks. It is plastic, which just kind of suck. I don't think it's going to be a problem. I don't think. We'll see how it goes. Maybe we can get like PHR, someone to replicate this, because this is like the perfect size. The belt only rides on this, on the bottom side, so there's nothing here touching, so you got plenty of room. And yeah, it's kind of a win-win. Don't need another part. You just drill it what you have. I think this makes it a lot easier. All right, so now I need to start disassembling the roof liner. This is where it gets a little tricky for the fact that taking this isn't bad. Disassembling this part, I don't think I've ever done that, because again, there's like a weird way you need to take it apart, or you'll break some stuff. I need to look up online, see how they did it, because I think last time I let Travis do it, but this time I kind of want to do it because I want to replace this mechanism in here. You can still buy this new, and if you could see, that bolt in there is stripped out. So I'd like to replace the whole mechanism in there. I don't think you can replace some of this stuff, but those bolts look fine. That one does too. It's just the top front ones that are like really fucked up. I guess people don't push it down hard enough when they seal it. I try to always tighten up the back ones first, so it kind of sucks it down some, or sucks it in so it fits nicely. That being said, let's take this off. So there is some screws that go here. Then as you pull this off, this is glued in. So again, I've got videos on this, taking this apart. I did way more detail on that one. So this time around, I don't want to repeat myself, but yeah, pulling this off, and then we unbolt this here. So what I did is just ripped it out, but this plate goes with it too. That didn't come out though. There'll be new ones on the new one there. So you're gonna have to pull that out too. But now I gotta scrape around because there's a screw here. I believe there's one here, here, and here. I gotta scrape all that junk out to get to those, and then I gotta repeat the process, and then this piece can pull off, and then that is next after that. We just gotta be very careful pulling this off, as I do not want to break it. Get this off, I use one of these. I got this from Harbor Freight. I'll be honest, these tools are amazing for what they are. But you just run it along the edge here, and there's 4 total, but you see here. These little yellow clips, or sorry, 4, there's 5. I just ran it up under the edge here like this. So I ran up under the edge till I hit one. So I was like, oops, stopped, hit one, used it, popped, put it here again, went, boop, hit one, pop, and just did it like that. Because you don't want to break them because they are built into the headliner, so we don't want to break those. And you got to do the same. If I can see over there, you see we repeat the process on the other side here. See kind of the indentations for those, so it's a little bit easier. But then that pops it off, and then this whole assembly comes off. You pop those off, then it just pops off like this. I mean, it literally just pops off. So it looks like That one was glued on, so this had to come off because you see there's one there. I'm not sure why that's glued there. I'm assuming this ripped off. There looks like there was a spot there and there at one time, and they used glue to hold it on. So I'm assuming they popped this off. Someone has removed this at one time or another, so that's unfortunate. I don't have that. Damn, that kind of sucks. So now I'm gonna have to do what they kind of did, which is janky there. But now I have full access to this, and I can replace this locking mechanism. I'm gonna have to look it up online here and get that replaced. So yeah, this needs to go in the basement now. I'm trying to keep all the interior parts except for this carpet here, which I am selling. The carpet's for sale along with the Duloc crossbar over there. This black carpet it's cut for. That is OEM black too, not stained black. And then a Duloc crossbar. So I'm just going to go back to an OEM carpet if I can find it. I'm hoping I can. Yeah, I don't know if this was pulled off to be painted at one time. I don't know what's going on, but I do like that. I thought that was built into this. So that actually is steel. So it looks like you can unbolt this somehow. How would you get that out though? I wonder if that can be replaced. But yeah, that's quite frustrating. I didn't realize that. But yeah, I wonder if I could, these bolts here, I guess I don't need to replace those, but I want to get all that crap off, and I might see if I can get that replaced just for the fact that, you know, don't want it to strip. I don't want to have to take this all back apart. Yeah, this is definitely a bit apart. Look at this now. That's not factory. Damn. So yeah, someone definitely has been in here. So I got some parts in here. Got them from Bagworks from my buddy Rob down there. Big shout out to you guys. Thank you, man. I appreciate this. And some of this stuff, a lot of this didn't need to be powder coated, but I wanted to. It physically goes inside the car. Like this here is never coated at all from the factory. This is the I guess dash bar, crash bar, what you want to call it. It's completely bare metal, and it just had tons of surface rust. I'm like, it just was actually like corrosive, or literally getting material falling and flaking off to the point that I was like, I don't like that. So I figured, why coat? Why not? I could spray paint it, but coat it. So if I'm up there, got a wrench, it bangs against it, just not going to chip off. And I just did like a semi-gloss, and I did it for the rest of this. One area I did mess up. This needs to be gloss black because it won't match anything underneath the car. So, and the reason I don't do this everywhere is for the fact that once something gets dirty and it starts to get your fingers, your hand grease on it, you can already see my greasy fingers, it loses that and gets shiny over time. So that's why I do gloss stuff underneath the car. Plus it doesn't hold dirt. But yeah, this is probably what I should have maybe gone with to begin with. I don't know. I like this coating, but that's not here nor there. These are some pieces inside the car. So these are the little clips that were completely rusted out. You can actually see the rust marks on the other side. Not there. Well, see there, this literally clips. I think it's like this. Yeah, that's how it clips on. You can see it was so rusty. It was rusting there and on the inside, and same thing over there. See the two rust marks? So I'm like, again, don't see it, but I'm like, why am I going to, after I paint this, have all that? So might as well, again, spray paint it, powder coat, it's more flexible. These were two of the little clips up top. This is to the AC, the ABS sensors. These are held in by those. These are two brakes. This one I actually don't need now since I already run one line to the back. So I had this extra one, so I'm going to run this one now with two fittings on it. This is to clamp the AC together, the two AC lines over there. So I'll put this back on. This goes to that AC condenser along with this. So these two go together. This goes as an AC bracket down below, and that's where this goes. So where did I just put that at? I'm losing my mind today. Oh my gosh. That goes as the AC bracket. So these two go together, and this is interior, interior, interior. So yeah. I'm excited. Thank you again, Rob. I really appreciate it, buddy. I just dropped off more to him, and I'm obviously gonna have more stuff that underneath the car got messed up that I'll have to redo. I love my gloss black, but some of it really got trashed. All right, so I'm back inside the car now. Got those white or these clear clips off, and then it wraps behind here. So we've got a 10 mil here. Looks like a 12 mil, and then it goes down behind all this here. I took off the brake assembly. Excuse me. Goodness gracious, I keep burping. I just unplugged the cruise control, and I just literally thought about it. I'm like, I don't need this at all now. All these wires mean nothing because right off the stock, I run 2 wires directly over to the Nexus now. So I don't need this box or any of this. So, and I already have to take this all apart because I'm eliminating all the airbag stuff. And I've already heard it from people like, oh, it's so stupid. But again, airbag doesn't work because the plug is like there. The only airbag I have is a passenger. It's 30 plus years old. If you ever look it up, airbags do have a shelf life. Fun fact. And I can't get a new one. So if it goes off, it could be like shrapnel coming out. Not good. So it's one of those things. It's kind of useless, guys. And if it went to an aftermarket stuff, let's be honest, it's not going to use this factory. If there's an aftermarket unit that someone sells in the future that you can get now, it wouldn't use the factory plugs and all that stuff. So This is getting me closer to my PDM setup, so it's going to give me something to do this winter because I've never taken all this wiring apart as my phone goes off every 5 seconds. Another thing is the factory OBD1. Trace back these wires, see where they go, and I'll depin them or remove them because, again, won't use this. I'll keep the plug part of it. I'll depin all this here. Don't want to cut the wires, but I'll depin it all just so I have that location there. And I might repin that for something else. Ooh, that gives me an idea. Maybe gut this somehow and make this. I swear to God, if my phone goes off one more times, I'm going to punch an elephant in the face. Why an elephant? That's it. I'm punching an elephant. This is ridiculous. It's this damn group here. You fuckers, you guys need to get a goddamn job. You guys just go off all day long. Look at my screen, my back of my screen still. Clear. Look at that. My old cover. I have never changed that picture. I don't know why. I just don't. God dang Narbit. Just had a brain confarction there. I don't even know if that's a real word. I just made that up. But anyway, all right. Move that. Then I got to take the ground strap off here. I don't even know what this is. I think that's something to do with the airbags too. Who knows? But unplug that there. Someone can give me some feedback. And then that's where you slowly got to come back this way then. I'm not sure what this was for originally. This had to go to something. I don't know what that went to. Interesting. Take this out. That goes up and over. And that's where I depin for. That's for the rolling anti-lag. I depin that for the rolling anti-lag that I ran over too. So, okie dokie. Let's get this out. All right. So there's 2 10s at the bottom. And then one of those white press clips at the top here. So you just depress this right here. That little, sorry if I can show it there. Why is this camera all off? So what you do is you unbolt those 2 10s there, and then there's this little depressing clip that is right there. So you literally depress that down. This pops out. This here is for the clutch switch, which I don't use anymore. But this is it. You can see better now where they broke top on it. I mean, they must have broken this years ago. Look at this, and it's all shattered there. So see if I can get another one of these. And then this is where the ABS ties into this. But again, I don't need that now. So pull this out, cut these zip ties, and then run out all this wiring along with this here. And then all this stuff down here that I don't need. So there's a lot to go through. I'm excited / nervous to do it. This here, these 3 wires, look at the plug that they use. And it just runs up here for this guy here, which is 3 wires for the dome light and stuff. So yeah, still gotta finish depinning or declipping all this. I gotta pull this piece off, which I had to do up here too. I had to pull that off to pull that out. I'm finding a lot of cool stuff by doing this. This is quite fun for me. I was hating this, now I'm enjoying it. These clips I need to put on the plastic. I've got brand new ones. So put those on the plastic panels that popped out of it. Pull this off, start pulling these out, depinning it back to there. That is for the ABS sensors, which are here. So that'll go there, runs back. That is for the stereo, I believe. But I'm documenting this so I know how it's ran exactly, so I can see exactly where the stuff goes. Just like on this here, these 2 plugs I need to keep, but this one here, which was for the secondary O2, I'm going to cut that out of the sheathing. So I'll resheath this and split it and see what else I can take out. Because even the stereo stuff I might keep for now just because that's power and ground, and it keeps it in there, and it's an extra power and ground. That's just an extra 12 volt with decent size gauge wiring that I can reuse in case I need to. But back there, like I can unsheath that for the radio stuff, and I already got rid of that. This is getting me closer and closer to thinking maybe I can PDM this thing. Come on. This wiring here goes up, but a lot of this I'm like, man, why does it have all this wiring and heavy gauge? But then I remember that also had to power up and deal with all of the stuff for the for the rear windshield wiper, squirter, and all that, which we don't have any of that anymore. So just has me thinking, just like this here, I could technically shave because I don't need it anymore. Might actually have them do that because it's not needed. So the only plug we would have, or should I just keep it? So when they pull this hatch off, might just have them shave that and shave that just because it's no longer needed. So got to do that. Then I got to pop these clips, which I don't know how these clips come out. I'm gonna have to ask Paul Rosenbaum, who's been a legend trying to help me out with through all this. And then we pull that out just to see. So the more I do here, the more I think I might paint the interior. Pull these clips here, here, and here. This is for the wheel speed sensors. This is for the stereo. This is for the seatbelt. And then there's a clip you can reach your finger in there, undo that for the latch detection here. And that would be this side. And then we got to go over here and pull this the whole way out to go back, up, over, through there, back to the back. So there's a lot. Fuck me, there's still a lot to do. This sucks. All right, so back over to this side now, to the driver's side, coming up, going here, and it's going to come up to this piece right here while Sean's over there. Yep. Sean's not helping. Nope, he's just terrible help. That goes to the stereo box, but this goes to the wheel speed, comes down to all this, and again, back up over there. Got a ground strap, and then this goes over. This is why I want to strip it too, because I got wires I've stripped, gone on into, and just back to the taillight failure box stuff. This is where I'm like, a lot of this stuff apparently I'm going to rip out now, redo, and go back here to the taillights, another ground spot. All the latches got to come out, and then it ends over there at the 2 rear lights. So like there, and then the 1 2-wire was for the antenna, which again doesn't exist anymore. So this is in my face right now, but my buddy Mark's here and Sean's behind the camera. We're pulling all the harness out. Now there has this cable here that I'm gonna leave for right now. I'll pull that, it's part of the latch system for this. But to pull this out, we also had to pull this metal piece that bolts right here from the factory. So this all needs to come out, so I need to pull that there. And then I'm gonna pull through here. Come out this way, guys. If you wanna come over here, Sean, make sure we can see it all. So I got one clip here, and then you're gonna have to grab all that and walk it this way. So I got one clip, it looks like I got stuck here. There we go. Yep, I'm gonna take this all up. It's a lot. Oop. Careful, take stuff there. Oop. Make sure there's nothing snagged. All right. Yep. And we're walking out. And bring it back this way, and we're going to have to try and come around the dang doors and everything else here. All right, crap everywhere. And then I got to take this thing apart yet. So, careful laying it down to the box, the junction box and stuff. But that is the entire chassis harness, right? So you have your dash harness that just goes behind the dash. That is the entire chassis harness. So I'm going to try and enjoy learning how this all works. I'm going to speak with Jose Valle at Kaizen Motorsports, go through that. But there's not much left besides the doors itself. So let's do that way. I've got Sean here and utilize him real quick. So come around this side. So there's one plug left right here that comes inside the body. You can see this. And that comes inside, does your doors, it does your windows, it does all that stuff, your switches. This side's obviously not as involved as the other side is. But this gives me time then to go over and actually do like the PDM with the Haltech. I want to try and get this all in solid state. I don't want any regular fuses, but I also have a deadline of cruise week, which is only, I know this is August, or no, wait, September now, goodness gracious. And I probably won't get the car back till January, and then I'm gonna have to figure that all out in that short amount of time. So we'll see how that goes. I figured, Mark, you can handle all the electrical work, right?
Bullshit.
He said bullshit, so that's not going to happen, guys. Unfortunately, Mark's out on that. But yeah, so that's out. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you helping me. And yeah, so on to the next thing. I hate doing this. All right, so I am pulling this panel off here, which has these little clips. And if you can see, actually, let's bend this down. See, it has a clip at the bottom and a clip at the top. This one's the first one that broke, unfortunately. And it has like this little piece behind it here that helps hold it in. So there's a clip in top and bottom. What I've been using is 2 picks to hold it and pull the top, and then use my other hand to pull it out. This is the last one, so you literally have to get up behind it here, and you can see how it pulls down. Oops, let's get this back up there. See that there? But you gotta be careful so you don't do like I did that. That's the first one I broke. All the other ones came out, and then this should just all pull out. I think there was, these things too. You gotta push on these, so these have like little wings on it. See, getting closer, see these little winglets almost? You have to almost pull out on this or push in on this, squeeze those, and then let them feed through, because that's how it's held in. I don't think it's the end of the world, to be honest, to have those there, but they are there. And then that's that, and this whole piece should pop out then. I don't know if you can buy this new. I want to see if you can, because a lot of it is sticking to the body, if you can't see. Well, I'll show you the rest of it here once I pull it all out. And this is all that's left now. So there's just that piece down there. There's 3 bolts for that little stopper thing, and that's it. There's things that go in the studs I'm leaving. Obviously the studs there I can't remove, but some of the plastic clips, again, I don't know if I'm going to paint the inside of this. If I get that far, then I'll make a decision then. But everything else, it's, yeah, she's out. Again, I got to pull this wiring here. I don't even know if I'll pull that. I might just leave it just for the fact that I'm only pulling the wiring that I need to redo, but that's just one connector, runs wiring down. Might just tape it off. I mean, it's not the end of the world. The tubes, I guess, need to be replaced. I don't know, come that far. Same thing with like the trunk release. Like, I don't need to do anything with that. the stuff for this though, for the wheel speed sensors that we have to do. But with that being said, I'm going to cut this off here because the next video is going to be me taking this apart because I need to remove all of this, and I don't want to cut it. I want to run the wires back because I want to do that certain areas like this here where I had cut stuff in the back for fuel pumps and stuff. So I might run my own wires or reutilize wires that are already going up to the front because it can run 2 pumps right now. You can't do a third like triggered pump. I guess the 2 pumps could share a trigger, to be honest. Because it's not the end of the world, it's just triggering it if you're going to kick on, but if you need 3. So I want to find a way to at least get 3 outputs up to the front, if not more. I might get like 6, 7, 8, just something that's already built into the loom that's off to the side, and run it up to the front. Because again, I might, if the more I take a part of this and see like, okay, this is all I have left, I might be able to get rid of this. We will see in the next video. So I'm going to cut off there, guys. Thank you all very much. I appreciate you guys tuning in. If this is boring, I get it. I'm hoping this helps other people though that go this far and they can utilize this to reference back. That's why I'm talking a lot. It might be annoying, but this should be good reference video for anyone else trying to take the car apart to see where you need to go. The last thing I got to do is really the doors and then the subframe. That's the last electrical stuff, but the subframe stuff just unbolts. And most of that, I'm hoping I don't have to take apart, besides taking the diff out because it does have a leak. Ever since we rebuilt it, for some reason it leaks out the front. I don't know why. We just assume we got a defective seal because it never leaked out the front before. Figures that's how it goes. So, all right, guys. Peace. Later.